Bourbon cranberry sauce, made super easy, and let me tell you, it is awesome. I have the recipe down below this video. You can print it right from YouTube. You don't need to go anywhere. If you're on a computer, tap down the show more to get the links and the recipes. And if you're on an iPhone, click that little arrow next to the description. Since I'm using a glass pan, I'm going to use my diffuser. To this, we're going to add half a cup of filtered water. I squeezed 2 oranges and I took the zest from one. And it gives you about a half a cup. I actually have a lot more because these oranges were very pulpy. So I'm going to add whatever 2 oranges gave me to the filtered water. If you don't have fresh squeezed orange juice, use a half a cup. And add a cup of, I'm using sugar in the raw. If you don't have sugar in the raw, use brown sugar. If you don't have brown sugar, at least use pure cane sugar. Our goal right now is to dissolve the sugar. Sugar in the raw takes a little bit longer than white sugar. And there's the zest from 1 orange. And you're going to need 1 cinnamon stick. We're going to semi-boil this until the sugar dissolves. Whenever I use my antique Pyrex flameware, it's called, that's the brand that this one is, I always use a diffuser on my gas stove. This is probably going to take about 5 minutes. When it gets dissolved, I'll turn the camera back on to save your time. I added 1 organic cinnamon stick, the zest of 1 orange, a 12-ounce package, which is 3 cups of fresh and washed cranberries. I'm going to slightly simmer them for 20 minutes. You want them to open up and get very soft. You just want to simmer them. I don't like to boil them. I'll put the lid on and that's it. In 20 minutes, I'll come back and I'll check where we are at. Keep an eye on this. You don't want to walk away from it. You don't have to stir it. Maybe every 5 minutes would be good. Just get in there and stir it up. If for some reason you don't have enough liquid, add a 1/4 cup of more filtered water. And we'll see you back in 20 minutes. We are back. It's been 15 minutes and it's coming out beautiful. I'm going to use an immersion blender. I have it sitting in very hot water right now. I don't want to introduce a cold steel object into this glass pan. I'll remove the cinnamon stick. Actually, I'll just recycle it into the little pot I have on the stove. That's my natural potpourri. I'm going to turn the flame off. I'm going to use the immersion blender, give it a pulse, put it back on the stove, add the half a cup of bourbon, and simmer for 2 to 5 minutes. And here you go. This is our private stock. We buy these charred barrels online. You put moonshine or a corn whiskey in this, and within about 3 months, you have bourbon. Longer is even better. You need a half a cup of bourbon. You need to release the bung. This is about 120 proof. Yeah, it's a little strong, but it will be cut down with the cranberry sauce. Smells delicious. Put that back in. Can you smell that? Oh my. Okay. I'll stop. I turned the flame off and I'm going to put this in slowly and stir. You don't want a lot of heat on this because then you defeat your purpose of adding your bourbon. This is a game changer. I wish you could just try it once to see if you agree. I'm going to put the flame back on just for a minute or 2, up to 5. Again, I'm not going to boil this. I'm just going to simmer it just for a few minutes. Now this will thicken up. It is now 2 days before Thanksgiving. We smoked our turkey breast over the weekend. This will be for our dinner. And leftover, I love to make cranberry bars. I'll do a video on that this week. But you definitely don't want to boil that alcohol off. 1 to 2 minutes, up to 5 maybe on super low. That is like no other cranberry sauce you'll ever have. Trust me, I promise. Now you could put these in canning jars and put them in a boiling water bath for about 15 minutes and you'll have it all year. But I already know I'm going to use this for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and there's a little bit left over. I always make my cranberry bars, cranberry dessert. And that's it. I'm going to turn the flame off. This is beautiful. I'm very, very pleased with it. I can literally taste that smoky wood chips, which is going to be great because we have a smoked turkey breast. I love that earthy, smoky flavor of food. I'm going to put this in a wet jar. And again, before I introduce something hot into glass, I always add my hot water demand on tap. And then I will add the cranberry sauce to this jar. It will self-seal. It doesn't have to. It just keeps it fresher longer. And there you have it. This little one is all I'm keeping out for the dinner because I know I need this exact amount to make my cranberry bars and cranberry desserts. I'm going to let them cool. Look up there if you want to learn how to make the cooling racks. I have a small one and a large one, with and without power tools. Makes great Christmas gifts or holiday gifts. So there you have it. Super easy bourbon cranberry sauce. Bon appetit and happy Thanksgiving.